welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is David, and in this video I'm going to show you an expansion for Talisman, being the Frostmarch. It's a small expansion that mostly offers more of the same, but also 2 new game elements. We have 4 new characters to play with, new spell cards and a new adventure deck, which you can all mix and match with the base game, no problem. Then we have a quest deck that replaces the Warlock Scave, and you might know this already from the Reaper expansion, only this will add even more quest cards. And finally, we have these new endings. They will give you another way to end the game. Here are 3 scenarios for that. So please let me show you the Frostmarch. So we have 4 new characters. They come unpainted out of the box. And I will show you the character cards at the end of this video so you can check what their special abilities are. But you can just mix and match them with the base game. Also, there are new spell cards, just 20 of them. And some of them will use the toad, and some of these cards are also with a Frostmarch theme. Like Freeze, cast on a creature or character you are about to engage in battle or psychic combat. The creature or character cannot roll a die for this attack roll. And here we have Toadify. Cast on a creature or character you are about to engage in battle. Roll a die. If you roll a 1, the spell backfires at you and you are turned into a toad for 3 turns. If you roll 2 or 3, no effect. But if you roll 4, 5 or 6, if you cast it at a creature, that creature has strength 1 for the remaining of the round. But if you cast it on another character, that character is turned into a toad for 3 turns. So it's a nasty spell, but it also can backfire at you. But there's also Energize, your strength is doubled until the end of the turn, or maybe with this card your craft is doubled till the end of the turn. And most cards are 2 times in this deck, but you will shuffle this with the base deck, of course. Then we have this adventure deck, 84 new adventure cards. Some have the Frostmarch theme. No talisman in this, so the chance of getting a talisman by the adventure deck will become a little smaller. But also this deck gets shuffled into the base deck. We have a talismonger, a stranger that will stay in place where you find it. If you roll a 1, here we go again, become a toad for 3 turns. Roll a 2, you lose 1 strength. Roll a 3, you lose a craft. With 4 you gain 1 strength, with 5 you gain 1 craft. And if you roll a 6, you gain a talisman. Another one with the toad, the Ice Queen's Palace. This is a place that will remain here for the rest of the game. Roll 1 die, roll a 1, become a slimy little toad for 3 turns. 2 or 3, nothing happens. Roll a 4, gain 1 life. 5, gain 1 spell. And if you roll a 6, you are teleported to any other space in the region. And there are some enemies that have the frost theme, like a winter wolf, a snow goblin, or a frost drake. So all kinds of stuff to discover in this adventure deck. No change in gameplay, just more variation. Then we have the quest deck. You might already know this from the Reaper expansion. There were just 12 cards. These are 24 Warlock cards, and if you also have the 12 cards from the Reaper expansion, you just shuffle them into this pile. In the base game, when you enter the Warlock's Cave, you roll a die to see what quest you get. And once you complete the quest, you get teleported back to here and you get a talisman. In the Reaper expansion, there was a small quest deck and you can pick a quest yourself. But with this expansion, we randomize it a little more. Either with the Reaper cards also in this or just this simple quest deck. You shuffle the deck, and when you go to the Warlock's Cave, you simply draw the top card of the deck and you'll see what the quest is that you get. Nothing special again, more of the same. Discard 1 weapon, visit the tavern, gain 1 craft, kill 1 monster, lose 1 strength, gain 1 strength, lose your next 2 turns, lose 1 life, roll a die to see what happens, visit the Black Knight, stuff like that. When you've completed the quest, you get teleported back to the Warlock's Cave and you will get your talisman. And the quest card you completed gets removed from the game, so no other player can do that quest. And then finally we have 3 alternative endings. Once a character enters the Crown of Command, that player will not cast the command spell, but has to follow the rules on the chosen ending. So you can either randomly pick one, or you decide together what will be the ending, or you can even randomize it even more by simply drawing a card and keep it face down, so nobody knows what will happen until the first player reaches the Crown of Command. Personally, I prefer to have the card face up, so you know what to expect and what to get ready for. The Warlock quests will work together with the quest deck, so when this is active, all players at the start of the game will get 4 cards of the quest deck. 4 cards each, and you will complete those quests, of course. For completing the first 3 quests, a player will get no reward, nothing happens. You simply keep the quest card aside. Once you've completed your 4th quest, then you are teleported to the Warlock's cave and you will get your Talisman. And the first player to reach the Crown of Command, having completed all 4 of his quests, automatically wins the game. So with this ending, it's more of a race to complete your 4 Warlock quest cards and then head to the middle of the board as fast as possible. Then there's the Crown and the Scepter. If a character is on the Crown of Command, from that moment on that player will cast the command spell without having to roll a die. He will automatically succeed, but also the command spell will be cast at each player turn. So be sure to be very close to the player who's entering the Crown of Command first. If 2 players are at the Crown of Command at the start of that player's turn, you have to attack the other player and cannot cast the command spell. The attacker gets to choose if it's a strength or a craft battle. Until there's only 1 man standing, and that player then automatically will succeed in the command spell again with each player's turn. And finally we have the Ice Queen, that will be the final enemy to beat. The Ice Queen has 4 lives, and you can choose to attack with strength or craft. The Ice Queen has 12 as her base number. If you win, you simply take 1 life cone of the card. The player to remove the last cone of the card, even if another player already removed 3 of them. Only the player who defeats and removes the last life of the Ice Queen is the winner of the game. If there are no characters on the Crown of Command, even if she was hurt, the Ice Queen will heal all her lives. If you lose a battle from the Queen, you of course lose 1 life, but also you have to roll a die. Roll a 1 or 2, you will lose your next 2 turns also. Roll a 3 or a 5, you only lose your next turn. And if you roll a 5 or 6, you can choose either to stay on the Ice Queen, or you may flee and immediately move to the plane of peril. But again, player who beats the last life out of this Queen is the winner of Talisman in this case. So 3 new alternative endings to decide who is the winner of the game Talisman. And that's all that's in this expansion, the Frostmarch. 4 new characters to play with, new adventure cards, new spell cards, new cards for the quest deck, and some other ways to decide who is the winner of Talisman. And of course I will now show you the 4 character cards to show you their special abilities. If you have any questions about this Frostmarch expansion or Talisman in general, please feel free to ask them in the comments below. My name is David, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.